I was looking at the clock when it struck 12 a.m. Heard a voice in my head told me get up out that bed. So I got down on my knees and I started praying. I said, Lord, I know it's you, what are you saying to me? He said, my son, you're forgiven, but I warn you, gotta watch the way you're living. I know life, it gets hard, but you can't give in. I'll be waiting for you at the gates of heaven. Jesus Christ never changed.
Hey friends, hey, it is your girl Daeneesha from Set Apart Ministries. I'm just going to give you guys just a quick word of encouragement. So today is January the 11th, 111. So sometimes God speaks to me in numbers. Majority of the time he does. So I was led to Ephesians chapter 1, verse 11, where it states, furthermore, because we are united with Christ, we have received an inheritance from God. For he chose us in advance, thank you, Jesus, and he makes everything works out according to his plan. Okay, so this is the plan God has for our lives, okay? Understand that we are united with Christ, right? We are walking like him. We're believing in him. We're reading our Bibles. We're clinging to him, right? We're dependent on him for all of our resources, all of our needs, for healing, for deliverance, for restoration. We're believing in God for promises. And he says, because we are united with Christ, we have received an inheritance from God. Okay, we already received. Okay, we have received. Not say we're waiting. It says we have already received an inheritance from God. For he chose us in advance. Okay, you're chosen. You in particular, you are chosen. You're set apart. And he makes everything works out according to his plan. Okay, which leads me to say, the plan that you have for your life, okay, throw it away. Throw it all away. Throw it in the garbage. Restart. And just because you have to restart does not mean you're starting from scratch. You're just starting over with God, because everything works out according to his plan. So be humble and be kind and be gentle to yourself during this time, during this process. I know you would have did something one whole way, right? If you would have had to do something, you would have did it this way. But God doesn't work on our time, nor does he think like us. We're pieces to his puzzle. Everything that we do in this life is according to his plan, okay? And he confirms it. And he makes everything. So the moment you partner up with God, okay, everything is going to work out according to his plan. So just be grateful, be thankful that the plans that you planned for your life did not go well. Be thankful, be grateful that God gave you grace and mercy to say, hey, daughter, hey, son, that's not what I got in mind. I need you to go this way. Be thankful for God's good mercies, okay? Because it was definitely a protection. It was a protection. Whatever it is that you was planning, whatever it is that you did, you know, God said you planning something and he sits back and he laughs. Like, yeah, you think you about to do that. You think. How many of us have planned something? Oh, I'm going to go over to so-and-so house. And the next thing you know, the car ain't starting on, or next thing you know, the kids is acting up, or next thing you know, you experience a flood or something like that. Understand that that is just a protection, because that's not a part of God's plan. It's just not. God has to make sure that he gets all of the glory, especially when he chose you in advance. Okay, so he's trusting you. My God, that's the word right there. The Lord is trusting you, even though we're not trustworthy, even though we're unworthy. Okay, God still trusts you. He still trusts you to do the right things. And even when you try to backslide and you may disobey him, the type of God that he is, he's going to make all of your trial and all of your errors still work out for the plans that he has. Okay, it's all about his plans. And we already know that Jeremiah 29:11 tells us God has plans. He has the plan for our life, and it's not to harm us, but it's to prosper us, okay? God is telling you right now, the plan that I have for your life is going to prosper you, but it's also going to glorify me. And who don't want to be part of a plan like that? Like, they like, God, you in this? If God is not in it, I don't want nothing to do with it. And that's real. I done lived my life too long doing things my way, ended up heartbroken, ended up just mistreated, ended up feeling neglected, ended up feeling rejected, ended up going through isolation, just all of these dark pits that I was going through, okay? But the moment I submitted to God, the moment I gave God my yes, the moment I said, yes, Lord, you can use me. Yes, things in my life kind of shook up a little bit. Yes, things started going downhill, but I'm thankful for it, because if it wasn't for the shaking, if it wasn't for the beating, I wouldn't know how anointed I truly am. Like, I really wouldn't know. I really wouldn't know where I would be. I wouldn't know where I would be without God's grace. And I pray that this finds you in the right time. Stop trying to do things in your own will. Stop trying to do things in your own power, because your plans are always going to fail, especially if it doesn't bring God glory, and especially if it's not a part of his plan. Okay? That's good news. That's good news. So this is confirmation. This is also a word of encouragement. Maybe somebody right now was about to go take a business deal right now because it sounds good, because that's a part of your plan. And now you watch this video and you got the confirmation to know that, hey, let me double check with God. Let me check with God. We got to start including God into our every plans, into all of our plans, okay? Even if you're going to the grocery store, Lord, what grocery store do you need me to go to? Okay, we got to start including him, because he's using us. Remember, you're always on a mission. Okay, God could be telling you, usually could go to Kroger's, right? But God is telling you to go to Harris Teeter's today. And you're like, Lord, why am I going to Harris Teeter? But you be obedient, keyword, you be obedient and you go to Harris Teeter, and then there may be a blessing waiting for you at Harris Teeter. Maybe they offering something free that day, okay? Maybe you're just the 100th person to walk in the store and they honoring you something. Or maybe there's a person in the store that God needs you to deliver a message. Does that make sense? Understand, okay? You're going to get the glitz, you're going to get the glam. All of that stuff is cool, but if God is not in it, if God is not in your heart, if the compassion does not consume you for the Holy Spirit, for my Father, then what you really living for? What are you really doing right now besides derailing yourself, besides going steps backwards? Let's trust the plan that God got for us. Let's trust the plan. He says it's not going to harm you. It may be a little uncomfortable. That's about it. But he's going to guide you. He's with you throughout the whole thing. So yeah, it kind of hurts sometimes. Yeah, it hurt. Like, dang, God, that's really, yeah. Yeah, he's like, but over here is greater. Over here is more opportunities. Over here, they're going to know your name because they know me. You understand what I'm saying? Opposed to you trying to do it on your own and your own strength, where you trying to promote something and you paying people. And God is like, listen, you don't even have to do that with me. With me, baby, my name is going to sell regardless. With me, baby, they going to see your light, baby. It's going to be the favor. It's going to be the favor on you. Okay, I love you guys. I pray you find you in great health and great time. Remember, everything is going to work out as long as it's according to God's will and his plan. You're chosen for a reason. Okay, you're chosen. Accept that. And if it's hard for you to accept that, ask the Lord. Ask the Lord to reveal to you. Ask questions. Ask deeper questions in your secret time and in your prayer and when you're writing. Lord, what is it that you think about me? Lord, what is it that you see in me that I don't see in myself? Lord, walk in this chosen life, Lord. What is the things it is that I'm going to need to be equipped to get through this? Because, Lord, I really feel weak. Lord, I really feel like I'm not deserving. Lord, I really feel unworthy. Let's go to the God being authentic. Let's go to him being authentic. Okay? And as a child, sitting at his feet, we have to sit at his feet. Okay, and don't move until you hear from him. I'm telling y'all, it blessed me. I can attest. I ain't gonna tell y'all nothing that I ain't do. I can attest. I mean, it changed my world. I mean, I was going left field. Okay, as I told you, I thought that I was gonna be an actor. Then I thought that I was gonna be a banker. I was in the banking financial industry for 6 years. I got fired, and then I started recording. And then this channel used to be called Tune In Friends TV, but that's when I was into the whole new age, crystal, stone, sage, and the Lord had to deliver me from that. Now look at me preaching the gospel. I would have never thought that I would be here. Yes, I've heard this in my childhood, like, oh, you're going to be an evangelist, but what's an evangelist to a child? I don't know what that means. So that didn't stick with me. I always was told, do what makes you feel good. Do what makes you feel good. No, don't do what makes you feel good. Don't follow your flesh. Okay? Maybe that's a talent you have. You know, acting is my talent. Okay? That's why I have a big personality. Maybe that's your talent, but what is your gift? What is your gift? Ask God. God, what is the gifts? God said He gives us gifts. Start asking, Lord, what gifts did you give me? Because I see Peter, Paul, and Tom and them, they got the gift to prophesy. Lord, what gift do you have for me? He gonna start to reveal it, but just hold still when He does. It's gonna bless you. I love you. Bye.